The reason why I'm here today is working with CACT on a little bit of an outreach programme into schools, basically talking to pupils and students that are at that point where they're making decisions about what to do next, and all I'm really doing is just sharing my experience, and hopefully they'll take something from it.
This was really good because he started out his journey as the students who were sat in front of him are starting out their journeys, you know, and he didn't have a work experience placement, and neither did the students that were sat in front of him, and he just really wanted to show and explain his journey, how you're not defined by things like that happening to you, you know, if you didn't get a work experience placement or if you didn't quite get the grades that you needed, you know, there's more to it than that. And he has got a really interesting life story, which I think the children found really interesting. Okay, you might have somebody that comes out with loads of qualifications, but if they haven't got the right personality to go with it, they haven't got the right mindset, they haven't got the right work ethic, then, you know, they're not probably going to do it as well as somebody who has those qualities. So we want to teach them to be, you know, well-rounded individuals. It's not just about the academic attainment.
Well, I think first and foremost is I was sat in there, it was a few years ago, but I was sat in their position, probably not too dissimilar to many in that room, where genuinely didn't know what I wanted to do next. And I think, you know, people of that age are almost, you know, kettled into thinking, or being made to think that they need to have a real clear pathway in life, and I didn't. And I guess really the purpose of the conversation was to actually demonstrate that point, in that, you know, you can have aspirations in life and you can have a rough idea, but don't be too fixated on the path, because that can often change for people. And it was really talking to people about, you know, what I do, why I do it, and the kind of success that it's brought me.
And we really appreciate having the chance to have people in like this, because, you know, there's not many, obviously we don't have to pay for it, and that's a big thing for schools, you know, there is no money, and so to be able to get people in and deliver a really good service for free for our students is really, really good.
Well, I think first and foremost, CACT is the jewel in the Charlton athletic crown, and, you know, I'm not just saying that, I'm a fan. I really should be more interested probably what goes on the pitch, but I think the stuff that the Trust do in terms of its outreach into communities is incredible, and, you know, this is just a small part of it, and, you know, I'm really sort of honoured and privileged to be in a position where I can support the Trust to deliver the message. But yeah, listen, I think it's really important for real life people to get out there and talk to you know, to the next generation around the choices that they'll make and the impact that potentially have on their life. And I do think it is important, though, that isn't all about people that do well. I think I've learned some of my biggest lessons from people who haven't done so well, and that's probably, if I'm being honest with you, probably been more valuable to me as an individual. And I spoke about this sort of tapestry, and your life being a bit of a tapestry. I think it's really important in any tapestry to have good balance, and that's, you know, positive, negative, and just taking some learnings from all of those sort of things. But CACT and the work that they do is incredible, absolutely incredible.